To prioritize hard disk space for storing images received from modalities, go to the Storage section and enter the Location tab. Here, you can see that we initially defined a path since we are currently running a demo server for training. Various parameters have been assigned to each column in this row. In the first column, named Order, the value 0 is entered, indicating that this row has the highest priority for storage. In the second column, Path, the drive and folder where the DICOM files will be stored are displayed. Let's take a look at the image storage server to see how the previous images are stored in this path. As you see, in the C drive, inside the study folder, there are folders for each specified date. Within each date folder, there is a separate directory for each patient, and inside each patient folder, there are specific folders for each series of images. The next column, Mapped Virtual Path, will be discussed later as it is not necessary for the initial system setup. The Caption column allows us to add a description for that row. Finally, the Active column indicates which path is currently active for storage. Now, let's define a few more paths. To do this, select the New option and enter the details sequentially in the displayed form. As we see, the order number is automatically filled by the system and cannot be changed by the user in this mode. Enter the desired path in the Path field. Add a caption and click on Create button. We see that another row has been added to the list. Now let's define a third path. We see in the list that paths are added sequentially, but only one can be active at a time. We can also edit any of these entries by selecting the desired row and clicking Edit in the new form. In this mode, you can even edit the order to change storage priorities. For example, I can change the order of drive B. A key point is that to apply any changes, you must select Submit Change to make the changes effective. Now, suppose we want to manually change the storage path from drive C. First, select the desired row and click Set Running. We see that the active mark appears, indicating that now all files will now be stored in this path. Finally, select Submit Change to apply the changes. Next, let's move to the second tab in the storage menu, named Configuration. Here, in the first section, we specify the path for auto backups, where backups of the database will be stored. Previously defined paths are already here. To change them, select the Edit option at the bottom of the page to make changes. In the next section, we define the schedule, specifying the time of day when the backup will occur. Next, let's move to Configuration menu under Image Server. In the previous session, we mentioned that we use eTitle to define modalities and must also specify the communication port. The Novel Pack system also has a fixed and specific AE title and communication port used to connect with devices. These settings can be viewed here. Here, we can define additional ports to use more than one port for sending and receiving data, allowing us to communicate with modalities. The next item pertains to the type of file storage on the hard disk. In the Compression section, we specify the format for compressing and storing DICOM files. According to the latest format provided by DICOM, known as Lossless 2000 or JPEG 2000 or J2K, compression is performed by default using this format. Articles have highlighted the advantages of this format, such as reducing file sizes by at least 40%, significantly aiding resource management and storage space. This is particularly valuable because it maintains image quality without any loss, preserving the original diagnostic quality of the image. This is remarkable. Other options are also available. If you select None, Files are stored in their original size as generated by the modalities, which is not economical. Thank you very much. The topic of initial setup and configuration ends with this video, and in the next topic, we will discuss user management.